Good day, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night to everyone that's out there, everyone that's out there, and to everyone that's out there. I extend absolutely positive vibrations throughout the ether of what we know, of what is known as the World Wide Web slash internet slash web 3, 4, 5, 6, web infinity. What we doing? What we doing? Craig King in the building. What's going on, Craig? Got Can't Lose in the building. My own DOC. Nah, bro, I gotta work. Gotta work, bro. But I'll catch you when I can, I guess. But I'm not gonna be on. At minimum, catch the replay or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, the spin moves, scrambling and scraping. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Those NFTs, boy. Mm, mm, mm. Big things are going. What we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, I also have to remind people stay grounded. Stay grounded out here, especially if you're dealing with some kind of fork of Ethereum. You have to stay grounded at this point because you have no other choice. What are you gonna do? Believe in somebody's word that they're here to save you? You're here to save yourself. Trust that. You're here to save yourself and do for you. Somebody made somebody believe, or many people believe, including myself. Because, see, I keep it all the way thorough. I believed he was the giving tree. Yeah, at some point, I'm like, oh, yeah, I believed he was the giving tree. Yeah. Until life presented information that I observed, right, to cause me to think otherwise. And guess what, man? This is what you can some of you do if it matters to you and if you care. There's a lot going on outside. No man is safe from. No man, woman, or child is safe from. But there's a lot going outside. There's a lot going on in the world that's beautiful. And waiting for some nondescript person to come save you isn't beautiful. So take care of yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your mind, your body, your wellness, people you care about, your community. Do that. Do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not absolved from some of these things that I share when I talk about taking care of myself and this and that. And oh no, this applies to me. This applies to me because I apologize to my viewers, my supporters, the people who support and the people who hate alike. I apologize to you all if I contributed to you having a negative experience, such a disappointing experience on that L1, that fork of Ethereum. I'm telling you, I apologize wholeheartedly. I'm not even trying to be sarcastic. I'm serious when I say that because I've always talked about taking accountability and taking responsibility for what you do and what you say. on the internet. That applies to me, y'all. See, a lot of people are going to say and do what they do. I can't worry about what they say and do what they do. I can only worry about what I do. I spent 4 years talking about a situation. If you found any type of whatever from the 4 years of content that I put out concerning the situation, and you made a decision and I helped you make a decision, I apologize. If you're having a bad experience right now, I seriously apologize, yo. I mean that because it's true. I didn't force you, but you heard me talk about a lot of things in support of what turned out to be an absolute disappointment up till now. You know what I mean? Look. I don't compare myself to others. I only compare myself to myself. You know, I don't follow, that nondescript person. I don't follow that person on the internet. Like, it's real. Like, and let me tell you something. The minute I decided to unsubscribe, so now forget about block. Nobody cares about some block. I'll just block you and no. I unfollow. Period. The minute I unfollow, the sun was rising immediately. It was just instant. It was unfollow sunrise, unfollow light, unfollow health, unfollow blessings. Oh yeah, peace of mind. Oh, it was an instant results. I'm telling you, man, y'all should try it. But some of y'all too far gone down the rabbit hole. I'm telling you, a lot of them are too far gone, man. And it's unfortunate because there's great things going on in different situations in different communities. Some I don't even talk about because the ones I don't talk about have to show me a little more. Doesn't mean I don't see them. And that's how it's been with me the whole time in this crypto. You know how many communities, you know what I'm saying? How many, you know, you just one person, but you like a spider or you're like an octopus. You got tentacles, huh? What, 8 tentacles in 8 different situations? Yeah, yeah. Paying attention closely. But some deserve more of your attention than others. And that nondescript guy no longer deserves my attention. It's gonna be, I mean, please, not at all. No, not at all. And it's come, and I see. Not only have I experienced, for example, like I've experienced instant, instant. I mean, you talk about instant change, night and day. It's like a light switch. Like unfollow, peace, relief, all that instantly. Don't get caught up in some kind of weirdos attempt to just keep you, attached to their mania like that. That's your man. That's what he thrives off of. Because, like I said in my song, he suffers from a serious case of, well, I'm not gonna say it, but part of it is, he feels emasculated on a regular basis, possibly even daily. So you got to compensate. You got to overcompensate and pretend like he's greater than what he really truly is. You know what I mean? And on the internet, in a place called the internet where anyone can become whatever, whomever they choose to be or desire. And if you have some skills, if you have a certain skill set, you can abuse it to exploit the minds of people who are vulnerable, who are not necessarily strong. You understand? And that's what has taken place. That's what continues to take place. That's how individuals like it thrive. If you cut off, if you no longer pay attention that way, and I'm speaking for real here, folks. He's been spinning you all for 7, 8 years, just spinning you all for his own instant gratification while teaching you about delayed gratification. He's telling you about delayed gratification, right? Spinning you like a top, like a dreidel, so he can be instantly gratified during the process. Spinning you in 100 different examples. It's completely disgusting, unhealthy, and you want to talk about toxic, bruh. Throwing hands up. Listen, you could step away from a situation like I did. I stepped away from a situation. Doesn't mean I sold anything though. That's the difference, right? But I could step away from a situation like, yo, I don't need this weirdo energy stemming from this source in my life, right? And then you're on the internet and all of a sudden somebody like shares some information with you to show you, because you're always gonna see it because the dude is already, that's all he got is the internet. Imagine, y'all. You wake up every day and your source of validation, your source of relevance, your source at what you feed off to appear as if you're important is online. That's all you have. Not offline and in real life, but on the internet. Imagine, folks, that and wants others to become that way, to become as miserable and stuck. No, you can't do that. Spinning you around, spinning you. It's the spin move. People have been spinning for the longest. Y'all need to wake up. Not really talking really to specifically the illustrious people that come through and watch my streams right now. I'm not talking to the viewers unless somebody comes through with some funny vibes and want to be fake, want to offer some type of fake contrarian perspective. I'm not talking to my viewers. I'm talking about the people at large, right? Because people listen. I know. I understand. That's why I speak a certain way. How could somebody in good faith, their conscience, and in good faith, think or ignore, not even think, ignore the fact that maybe certain people who decided to off themselves maybe it was due to the lackluster performance of whatever this giving tree promised to deliver. You understand? Like, and then you don't have an ounce of decency. You don't have an ounce of emotional maturity and intelligence. The dude will claim and tell you that they're damn near an idiot savant, but does not have the human decency, right? to extend themselves in a certain way to share some type of condolence. Whether these people did what they did because of you or not, they were members of the community, right? And if you cared about the community enough, like you beg and insult and degrade your community so much that these people are suffering from such a high level of cognitive dissonance and Stockholm syndrome that deserves to be studied in academic institutions across the world. They accept the disrespect that a damn near a fictitious character, because this dude is fraudulent in my book, like straight up fake, is spewing information. And when I say fake, I'm talking about fake in a certain way. His character is garbage because he tells you something and he does other things. He tells you one thing and he's done other things. Too many examples out there to highlight and denote the hypocrisy. Go do your research. Anyone who embraces him as such in kind after knowing these things are suspect as well, right? And the people that prop him up are just as complicit as he is, right? That's why I tell you, y'all, if a person can't really extend their level of humanity, but want to tell you their level of humanity when they hear two members of their community committed suicide, right? Right? And you don't even want to pretend like you care. When you have fake OGs, fake people in the beginning who are saying rest in peace on these said individuals' timelines, you don't think it would have at least shown some level of better character? This better talk with the sound of his tonality, and when he speaks, he can't help how he sounds, but he can definitely help what he delivers and what he does. He can help improving his behavior 100%, but he chooses not to, right? And chooses to continue to degrade, humiliate the same people that you exploit and ask to work. This is the poison. These are the traps. These are the spin moves that this dude has been creating and will continue to create. And many of you fail to see it don't matter. I'm not trying to convert anybody. What I'm doing is talking. Now, DJ, I see you, brother. Just speaking. You understand? Like, it's crazy. You're not even gonna pretend to care, but you want somebody to go outside and spread some words that you think are the good words, but they're attached to you and you're not producing good right now. Like whatever you created is just produced misery. You don't think those families that are suffering from the loss of their two loved ones matter? You understand? But that's your founder, that's your, you know what I'm saying? It's your, we'll dismiss anything else. We'll dismiss any type of opportunity. We'll just say, oh no, NFTs are garbage. Oh no, oh, you going back to Ethereum? What's wrong with you? Meanwhile, Ethereum birthed this dude. And everything he did, he could thank Vitalik for. Separate from Whatever story about mining 50 Bitcoin blocks, who cares? Who cares? Ethereum birthed this guy. Dude goes ahead, he goes ahead, he rugs Ethereum hex. He goes ahead and rugs it. Never forget it. Those of you in the community, you know, you pretend like you don't know, doesn't matter. March 11, 2024, you issue a tweet like the tyrannical, fake narcissist that you are, fake tyrannical narcissist that you are, who suffers from the purest form of delusions of grandeur, nukes Ethereum hex so that you, as a onboard person, a new person, could buy into Pulse Chain hex. Whatever he was selling you the prior 2.5, right? 3 years. Whatever he was selling you the prior 2.5 to 3 years, he dismissed and wants to redirect you to his new situation as if that's supposed to be better. Why you disrespected what birthed you? But this is who y'all this is who y'all support. This is who y'all praise. Nah, bro. Making me, y'all just get emotional. You understand? Dude don't even know where he's going. Just in short, I believe he just took off more than he can handle. He took on more than he can handle. You rugging your own situation on Ethereum, basically rugged Ethereum hex, basically, right? You want to claim decentralization, but you modify the farms, APRs. Who did that? Was it the magic crypto ghost? That just the decentralized ghost? Do these blockchains operate in such a way where they could make their own upgrades, suspend operations? No, made the changes. You made it. You good. Everybody else, for them to have admin keys, that's a bad thing. As long as he does, though, because he has them. Stupid, foolish nonsense. Dumb. Because people who swear and claim they are so smart in life, they will present they will do the dumbest shit in the world. Not once, not twice, but often. That's why, because they don't respect divine balance. They don't respect order. They think their way is the best way. Look at what he does. He'll tell you under 2 months. Just hang in there. Y'all forget a lot. I don't watch anymore. But I'm just going by because some people sent me some new stuff that he's saying. He's just fumbling and bumbling, completely disconnected. But he'll tell you under 2 months, the markets should, implying that his chain will pump. His chain has been, and I haven't done the research, but people have already been saying that his chain has been the worst performing layer one in the entire history of cryptocurrency to date, right? What do you think his supporters going to do? Glaze? The bumbling fools, idiots, insufferable human beings, y'all. Pretending like that's a healthy situation. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Put information out there about the world's largest airdrop. The world's largest airdrop. Free airdrop. Free. Oh, the airdrop is free? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You could believe that if you want, newbie. If you believe that the airdrop was actually free, there you go. There you go. The spin move was always at play. It was always a factor. It was always a scrambling and scraping. See, what we have to understand here is this, right? Dude had no clue what the F he was doing outside of anything else, outside of serving his own needs right immediately, quicker than you. That's why he told everybody about some 15-year foolishness. Crypto wasn't even old 15 years. Y'all don't understand the dynamics and the warped, wicked psychology that this person has to deal with, man. I'm telling you. And it shows you. It's displayed. He shows you who he is. Incongruent, lack of organization and organizational and linear thinking. He acts as if he'll pretend and memorize some stuff at length and regurgitate it. Don't even believe what he's saying, or else he wouldn't keep fumbling and bumbling his words and giving you consistent mixed messaging this whole entire time. But y'all want to buy into whatever he's selling because you need something in life to hold on and to believe in. Some of you pretend to be mathematicians, right? And will compare this code that's supposed to have been went through a security audit and financial audit to make your panties feel good. You males that just act like women, make your panties feel good, and then compare and then speak highly of this situation still, as if all you care about is the code working, when all people really care about is making money. You get in a car, oh yeah, the engine is running, transmission works. Oh, okay, the car works. It could take me from A to B. I'm glad it works, but I need to get to where I need to go. I don't care about there's cars that are parked that work fine, but if they're not going to help me get to where I need to go, what are they good for to me, you know? Almost same similar situation with what y'all want to talk about with some code from some zestiness about some dust. Get out of here. You curse the whole crypto space. And the people kept calling it, including myself, making videos for years on end, called the negativity to me. So I have to reap what I sow, and I have been, and been giving it back to where it belongs. Because I do what I do, eyes wide open, ears wide, sensibilities on 100, ready for whatever. Ready for whatever, because this has been relatively sort of like manageable, because person of a certain age, I didn't overextend. But some people, they couldn't handle it, and they allegedly took their own lives in their own hands. You see the difference? And then you got somebody who's supposed to be, huh? Right? Who's supposed to be the head of the whole situation. You can't pretend like you're not the head of the situation when 90% of whatever's going on is under your purview. You understand? will tell the world and the whole community that everybody's an idiot. And someone put something across my desk, and I was like, wow, that's deep. Talking about how dude was saying to the community again that he's the only person that's useful. Like nobody in the community. This is the exploitation that I'm talking about. This is the manipulation that I'm talking about. This is the sheer disrespect that folks, they just bend over and ask him, may they have another. Just continue to get humiliated, shamed, abused. Like, nah, bro. Like, what's this about? From a childless man, from a child, alleged child abuser. This is what you, huh? You probably have to pay for some trim. You probably have to spend money for some cheeks because your personality is shit. You know what I mean? Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, you're not. This is y'all have to put things in a certain perspective. So, certain perspective. Every single person who still like you got to listen, man. All things are dual in nature, right? You know, it took two people to create one, right? It took two people to come together so we can exist, right? In other words, everything can't just be one way, right? You got two opposing sides arguing in front of a judge in a courtroom. Two opposing sides fighting. Everything can't just be one way. So if you want to believe that this dude had it right the whole time, you're lying to yourself. Going back to the mathematicians, the fake mathematicians that want to spew information and act like they've had a good grasp as to what's going on. Meanwhile, they can't tell you anything more than anybody else. They just know how to maybe add 1 + 1 = 2. They just did it often. Will tell you, forget about all the shenanigans, forget about all the pressure, sell pressure, forget about the poor price performance, forget about the poor performance of the entire chain after over 2 years, worst performing L1. Just rely on a T-share. Just rely on the fact that the T-share keeps going up every day. The T-share is paying garbage every day, thanks to the manipulation that took place earlier this year by somebody, right? During an operation, you're doing something in an operation that you're claiming is decentralized or immutable and nothing can be tampered with. But you change the issuance in the farms. In the case of farms, the reward token, you change the issuance more than once. Fool. But why? Because you got to do, when I say fool, I'm talking about, but you telling the world admin keys are bad and you doing X, Y, and Z, and people are still glazing you about a T-share because they bought into the narrative, and it's not their fault. When you grew up, sort of like, I don't know, whatever, man, you found this situation, no matter what walk of life, you see there's an opportunity to make money based on the fact that a bunch of weird looking people made money. You're like, oh damn, you want in too. You want in. So you jump in, and then you realize some other stuff is really going on that really controls everything. Damn the operation and flawless anything. The people will sell at infinitum. So you stuck, like everybody else stuck. And dude is trying to degrade, disrespect, and then tell you, go chill. bruh. Free. Unfollow that guy, unfollow them, and it's just been relief. I'm telling you. I don't care about what he's talking about. He wants people to care. Y'all not gonna ghost him. Just like as quick as he'll tell you, all these haters and people who FUD, they deserve to be blocked. You see, he's talking about himself. Y'all not gonna do that. But then y'all were talking about some revolution. You're not ready for no revolution because you bought into a person's lies, a person's paradigm, a person's carefully crafted with extreme, meticulous detail, right? On how to exploit the minds of mentally weak and intellectually lazy people. And not only exploit their minds, but also extract from them as well for years. And you still make excuses for his behavior, justifying his shenanigans. You love your abuser. You know what I mean? It's just, some of them, they're too far gone. That's why I don't talk to none of them, nothing. Life is going to continue to life. What they say, what they've been saying in the hood, life is lifing, right? Life will continue to be. And I feel great because Gandhiji's launching the situation August 15th, y'all. Man, y'all need to go gandhiji.io, GANDHIJI.io. Do your research. Do your research because it doesn't benefit me to talk about even that. In a sense where if I was coming from a perspective of being greedy and selfish, I wouldn't share anything about any other community or project like that and stuff like that. I wouldn't talk about gandhiji.io. I do it because why not? It's about knowledge. It's about getting the information. So you decide what to do. I didn't tell you go run and buy anything. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I don't care about none of that. Y'all care about some Bitcoin still. Y'all care about Ethereum still. Nobody looking for Solana to pump to then say, oh, the altcoin market season is raging right now. You're waiting for Ethereum to do what it has to do. That's just how it's been. So respect the real G's as far as blockchains that have been putting in work in existence for damn near over a decade. Bitcoin over a decade. It's been a decade for Ethereum. That's what people were faking the fun, and all these other people faking the funk. They just trying to chase the dragon. Bitcoin already rocked through first principles. Ethereum rocked through first principles of the smart contract. First blockchain to introduce a smart contract and rock through that. Everybody else playing catch up. Period. I don't care about some World Economic Forum foolishness. I did care before. But I have to understand that corruption is something that exists when in places where you think it doesn't, where you think it's absent. That's where it exists the most. Oh, this is decentralized, like who nobody controls it. Little do you know, if it wasn't for the centralized entity, you wouldn't have seen anything liquid go 10,000x, or anything when you staking go 15,000 or 20,000x, and some damn obscure situation you call T-share going 15,000. Come on, bro. Without some type of centralized involvement at first. Stop lying to yourselves, man. Pretend like everything decent. No. Again, you need two to make the whole thing work. I learned that a long time ago, trial and error, looking at what's going on. Don't fall for the spin moves, man. These people don't know how to play ball like that. They know how to trick you. They don't want to lift you. They want to step on you. They want to put their feet on your neck. It's bad enough we deal with adversity in life. Some of us deal with that daily. It's bad enough. Cost of living is through the roof. This thing is ridiculous. And nothing's getting cheaper. Everything, you always have to pay more for the same things that you need. Same services, same goods, same food, same home. Pay more for it. Clothes, pay more. Travel, pay more. Medical care, pay more. We got to deal with all kinds of situations. Taxes, pay more. And then you come to a space where you're thinking, oh, this is decentralized. This is for the people. It's supposed to be for the people. Oh, yeah, it's for the people. Yeah. The legacy, the government, the central banks, they're the monsters. They're the enemy. Yeah. Meanwhile, it's the closest one to you among the people that are your worst enemy. They're worse than the central banksters. They're worse than the government, the oligarchs and the government structure. They're worse than them, have been worse the whole entire time. Well, go figure. Keep getting spun around left and right, scrambling and scraping. Constant. Nah, man, well, leave that drama alone, bro. That drama alone, man. You know. Peace and blessings to all of y'all, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, morning, evening, noon, night. Like wonder. I'm out.